What's up everybody, it's your boy Sponty, and today we are going to be on part 6 of the Week to Be series. Now, in case you're new here and you don't know how this works, you can always check out the first video that we did of this series. But just to recap, what we do, we take a car, we test its stock on a track, and we record its best lap time and its total race time. Then we soup it up, style it, and then we test it on the same track to see its improvements. And so it's proven to be really fun for me. I hope it's as fun for everyone who's been watching it. But we're just gonna jump right in and see what car we're gonna be messing with today. So today we are going to be playing around with the Honda Civic Si. Now this is just your everyday sports car. I mean, there's nothing really spectacular about it. It's a real downgrade from the Ferrari that we tested last week. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's actually like my dream car to get one of these, like a 2016, 2017 model. I mean, I always liked this car. I kind of like the shape of it. I mean, not this older model, but this is the only one they had. So, I mean, we're gonna test it out. I don't exactly know what to expect out of this car. I know it's really light, but hopefully it still has a nice amount of power in it. So let's see what we got. So it has a horsepower of 205, which is decent. 0 to 60 of 6.6 seconds, that's awful. 0 to 100 of 17 seconds, that's terrible. And a top speed of 145 miles an hour. So if you guys want to see the rest, you can pause right here, but we're going to jump right into the test. Let's go. So we are back here again at the Brickyard Speedway, and I just think this is a fun and good track to test out cars. It has a nice balance of straights, corners, curves, and sharp turns, so it's a good way to test out your car to see if it's just like overall good at tackling these areas. Now, this car is extremely slow, and I cannot emphasize that enough because, I mean, look how slow it's taking these corners. And the acceleration on this thing is absolutely terrible. I mean, we're going so slow. Go ahead, you can take head, you can go ahead, appreciate the view. Look at the track, look how slow we can see the tarmac. This thing didn't even hit 120 on the street. It is an awful car, for real, compared to the Ferrari, actually compared to everything else that we tested. And the only reason I think it can take these corners good is because it's going so slow. There's no difficulty in it. But I mean, I chose this car to test because it's a tuner's car. Like, many people tune their Honda Civics, and you can make them really fast because they're very light, and so you can put a lot of power in them, and at the same time be quicker than a lot of people because their cars will be heavier. So I mean, 205 horsepower, that's pretty good for a car of this size. So hopefully we can even improve that further. But right now, it is just not cutting it at all. I mean, 17 seconds to get 100 miles an hour from a dead stop. That's really poor. I mean, look at this acceleration. We're not gonna hit 100 by the time we cross the finish line. Yep. I mean, wow. I can really appreciate what's going on around me. Wow, didn't even hit 120 on that straight, and that straight's extremely long. I mean, I guess that's asking a little much from this car. It does have a top speed of 145 miles an hour, which is pretty much garbage. Because, I mean, 145 miles an hour, that's very slow. I think just about every other car we tested had a faster top speed than that. But I mean, it's doing okay. I mean, its handling is sufficient for the speed that it has. and so it handles well because it's going really slow. I mean, wow, I'm amazed. Wow. Yeah, but I mean, I'm looking at how this car is running, and I really do not see it standing a chance against any other cars that come its way, because I mean, obviously this is the weak state. This is by far the weakest car we've ever tested, but I know that we're gonna do a beast version, but the thing is, when a car is so weak, even when you soup it up, there's only so much you can do to a car, so that, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be any better than any of these other cars that we're gonna test, but who knows, maybe this car might come out and surprise us with some crazy fast times. I mean, right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the car. It's a fun car to drive. It's not like, it's not breakneck fast, so like, you wouldn't have to worry about that. It's easy to control because it's nice and slow. But I mean, it definitely needs an upgrade. It's an entire need of an upgrade. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna test it out. Yeah. But I mean, this thing would have no chance on the Ultimate Beast track that we're gonna use. I mean, that track is so difficult that even the best of cars have a hard time on it. So even if this car was to make it somehow to that tier, which I don't believe it will, it would get smashed while it's there. So I mean, I just don't know. Life's full of surprises, so who knows? I mean, this thing might be a sleeper. It might look like it's not fast, and then this thing might turn out to be one of the fastest cars we've ever tested. You just don't know. That little weight that it has, it might help it when it comes to straight line speed, but you just don't know. But I mean, I'm enjoying this. I mean, it's not really fast. I'm used to driving really fast cars, so it's relaxing to drive this car because you don't have to worry about missing your braking point. You have plenty of time. You're waiting on your braking point with this car, and so like, I mean, it's just a nice little leisurely drive around the racetrack, knowing that this is going to be in last place amongst all our other weak placements. I mean, can't be mad at it. This car wasn't meant to go as fast as those other cars. It's different engineering. But we're gonna see if we can get it at least competing in around that range. Want it at least in about 5 seconds of competing range, because then we'll know that we actually have a contender. So yeah, it's crazy. Let's see what we got for this race test. So really slow, total lap time of 6 minutes and 12 seconds, by far the longest, the best lap time of 2 minutes. We never broke the 2-minute lap time, so we definitely got to improve this car. We're going to head down to my workshop. See you guys in a few. Wow. This car actually looks pretty nice. So I did a red paint job and carbon fibered the mirrors and the spoiler. Did a nice little stripe down the top and stripes across the side. Put an 8, which is, H is the 8th number in the alphabet. Obviously that's what Honda starts off with. I mean, this car actually looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not the best looking car that we've had, but it's definitely an improvement to what it was. So hopefully the stats on it are about the same as it looks. Let's see what we got. So we got now a horsepower of 668, 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. So big improvement. 0 to 100 5.3 seconds. Awesome. Top speed of 214.5 miles an hour. That's amazing. And if you guys want to read the rest, go ahead and pause the video. But we're gonna see what this car can do on the track. I'm not ready for this. I just got a bad feeling about this car, but we're gonna go ahead and see what happens. Okay, first of all, acceleration massively improved. I mean, we're already going 130 miles an hour. That's a huge improvement. Okay, yeah. And yeah, it's okay around the corners, I guess. We couldn't exactly do too much to the handling, so now we got this 668 horsepower monster that can hit 214 miles an hour and accelerate at 2.4 seconds. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I was afraid of. The car is so light and the handling is not built for this power. It's going to be spinning all over the place. I'm going to have a really tough time trying to keep this thing on the track. Okay, we did that nicely. Alright. Okay, made it through there fairly easily. Okay. Okay, it takes this fairly well. It's not too hard here. Okay, keep coming. We're obviously gonna have to brake on this curving straight here. There's just no way the thing has the handling to be able to take this. Alright, that worked out well. Alright, brake here. Made that turn fairly well, no wheel spin. Alright, how are we gonna do here? Now, it does turn better than the Dodge Charger. The Charger almost took me to the... Okay, I take that back. That was the slide of the century. But like, yeah, it does turn a little better than the Dodge, because the Dodge almost took me into the pit lane, and that speed is amazingly, wow, 174 miles an hour. That is not the fastest car, of course, that we've tested, but I mean, it couldn't even hit 120 on that straight, and now it hit 174. Massive difference. And it is just slipping and sliding all over the place. I'm just trying to keep this thing under control. It's like riding a bull right now. This thing just wants to go wherever it wants. I mean, there's so much power under this hood, and it's in this light chassis, so it's gonna be flying all over the place. Gotta keep braking here just a little more than usual, just so we can actually make the turn. But it takes this part nicely. It's not bad through those little S's. I mean, it's doing fairly well. I like it. I like a challenge when, okay, skidding the tires a little bit, but it works out. It's nothing too bad. I like a challenge. I mean, I don't like a car that's too easy to handle, but of course, I don't want a car that I cannot control for the life of me. I mean, this is kind of borderline that. The Dodge was just about there too. But I mean, and the Camaro too, but the Camaro was the fastest until the Ferrari showed up. But I mean, I'm not unhappy with it. I didn't expect too much out of this car. I was just eager to try something new. I mean, we were trying supercars. We had the Acura, the Bentleys. That's a race car. And then you had the Camaro. That was a sports car. The Dodge, that was also a sports car. Those were muscle cars. And then the Ferrari, that was a race car as well. So like, I wanted to kind of try something very weak to actually stick to the name, and you can tell what happens when the car is actually weak. Like, it's the shrimpiest of the shrimpy. So, oh my goodness, that was so sketchy. Oh, we pulled it out though. Alright, probably lost some speed to that, but we are still going to hit 160. That's impressive. We're doing well. Do I think it's gonna beat anyone? I don't think so. Right now, the slowest time is the Dodge, and next would be the Acura, I think. It would be the Acura, so it possibly could beat the Dodge. I mean, if it could just stop sliding like that, I would be extremely grateful, but you can only ask so much from a car like this. I don't know if it could beat the Dodge. It does turn better than the Dodge does, but the Dodge was faster, so I don't know how well it's actually gonna do. I'm just eager to see what happens. Alright, so that felt actually pretty alright for this car. We got a total race time of 4 minutes and 50 seconds and a best lap time of 1 minute and 34. That's an amazing difference to what this car did before. We chopped a 2-minute lap time to 1.5 minutes. That's an amazing improvement. That's weak to beast. Now, this car is at the bottom of the table and probably will not make it to the Ultimate Beast Challenge, but we took a really slow car and actually made it compete with the actual other beasts. Like, it actually is up there. It's not too far and it's not too far. I mean, it's not obviously at their tier, but it's up there. So, weak to beast, baby. Obviously, I could ask a lot from this car, but I would not get it. The car is performing to the best of its ability. Next week, we're going to be coming back with the Jaguar F-Type R Coupe. I love this car. It's a British car that I really like. It has a nice classiness to it, but it's also extremely fast. So, I will see you guys there. It's going to be a really fun episode. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am. If you are, please let me know in the comments, and I will keep trying to pull these out as consistently as possible. And I mean, when we get to that Ultimate Beast Challenge, it's going to be really fun. I mean, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you at the next one. Take care.